Oh, it's time to grab your glasses, family. It's time for us to get started. I'm so excited. Sitting up here, Kid Magic, Kid Magic Rock. Shouts out. Here we go. Drink your water. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath.
Drink. Or should I say, breathe in, drink. What's up, family? Welcome to the journey, man. It is so good to be standing in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place of your calling. This is Gye-nyame Journey Media. I'm your host, Brother Tim. Of course, you know it's the Heart of Some Production all day, every day. Speaking of simple, we had a fantastic meeting. It's good to be back, but it was recharging to be around individuals that have similar visions to you. It's Heart of Some Production all day, every day. But we strive to blow up your old paradigms and family. Got some old paradigms to blow up. I want to say great Umoja before I jump into this. Great Umoja to each and every last one of you. But this ain't just an ordinary Umoja, right? This is an Umoja, right? In the week of an Umoja. Wow. Right? Then we are in a totally new cycle. We put to rest, yesterday we put to rest the cycle of Kuji Chagalia, which was the last day. And we are moving into the first day of the third cycle of 2026. We are in the cycle of Ujima. Give it up for we in the year of Ujima, and we are in the cycle of Ujima. So that means, and I'm thinking somewhere around the 29th, I was looking up the dates. On the day of the 29th, April 29th, I think we're going to be in the year of Ujima, in the cycle of Ujima, in the week of Ujima, on the day of Ujima. We're going to have a quadruple principal day. And you know, and that's a once a year thing. And for this principle, it's a once every 7 year thing. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. We're going to be looking forward for the magical energies of the year to be sparked for all of us. And you know, it's only a couple of nights away from us right now, right? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, regardless, either it's April 29th. Let me see. Yeah, it's April 29th. Yeah. April 29th. Looking at my cheat sheet. And you know, I don't know what we're gonna have popping off on that day, maybe even during that week. I don't know. But it is good to be here. Now, family, I've been doing some research, and of course, you know, I ain't been able to spin the rope like I should because my shoulders are bothering me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, and I'm still trying to evaluate what effects this regimen that I'm doing has on it. But I also am adding another experiment. Maybe experiment to help scrape some stuff away. Now, check this out. So I stumbled on some information about something that you know about, but you don't think about it until you start seeing research that's being done on it, right? So for years, you know, you hear people talk about mantras and learning how to do certain mantras, and you have to do them in a certain way in order for certain things to happen, for you to find a state of peace. And then finding that state of peace, you get in tune with the universe, and the universe opens up and things start happening for you. But I'm doing some research, and I stumbled on some information about humming. So for those who are familiar with mantras are words of power that you repeat over and over again, right? And Even more so, they're like symbol syllables. In some systems, there's some single syllable words that you just say, like in Raul Nefer Man's Sorry Set Society, you have, rather than saying om, you say om. And they give you the historical reference of it, and all of these deities have different vibrational signatures that you could chant that will unleash or awaken certain things inside of you, right? So I'm doing research, because I'm like, all right, boom, boom, because there has to be something else, because you can't. I'm just saying, we very simple people, right? We do incredible things, but we got to keep it simple. So I said, all right, cool. I'm looking up the idea about humming. What's going on with humming, right? Because when you say you're just humming. When you say when you say whatever one or whatever technique people are selling right now, you're doing nothing. It's a fancy humming, right? What effects does humming have on a human being? Check this out, family. First off, it stimulates the vagus nerve. For those that don't know, vagus nerve is a super highway of our parasympathetic nervous system, controlling our rest and our digestive response. So when we hum, it allows us to relax. This explains how you might catch some people humming when they're feeling good, because they help maintain that state. It lowers the heart rate, reduces stress, right? And improves what they call HRV, enhances heart rate variability, a key marker of physical and emotional resilience. It gives you a massive boost of nitric oxide, right? Now, nitric oxide, when you hum, is released at a rate of 15 times more than when you do the regular calm breath, right? Nitric acids help dilate blood vessels, which can improve circulation and lower blood pressure. It's an immune defense. NO or nitric oxide is antiviral and antibacterial, acting as a first line of defense in your sinuses against pathogens. So humming, for those of you that might be having sinus problems, guess what? Humming a little bit more may help you out. Oxygen intake or oxygen uptake. It helps the lungs absorb oxygen more efficiently. That's what NO or nitric oxide do. Helps with the sinus health, and helps with drainage. It clears blockages in the sinus, prevents infections. Mental focus from humming. Many traditions use chanting or humming, and we kind of spoke about that, to help settle the mind. Humming can help shift brain activity towards an alpha wave, which is associated with relaxed alertness and creativity, and also sound masking. So when you are bombarded with other sounds, humming can help you block out those sounds, because the hum that's happening to you internally, although it sounds not that loud to people outside of you, unless you're purposely trying to be loud, is very loud inside your head. It vibrates all of the bones in the top part of in your face and in your head, down into your chest. Incredible health benefits from just humming. Hum along with your music sometime. Hum when you walk. Hum when you practicing your yoga. Hum when you are doing your Tai Chi. I am going to experiment with this for the next 30 days and see, possibly, if I remember, I'll come back and let y'all know how I'm feeling. But I'm going to start adding a hum to my Tai Chi practice, as well as trying to do it when I get back to spinning my rope, finding out what's going on with my shoulders. I might have to go to a chiropractor on that. But anyway, family, we moved out of the cycle of Kuji Chagalia. We're in the cycle of Ujima right now, and the ancestral algorithm for yesterday we have to say goodbye to, let me go on and say it for you, is faith is the red blood that brings life to my visions. Faith is the red blood that brings life to my visions. Faith is the red blood that brings life to my vision, right? That is the one from yesterday. We're putting that to rest for a while, and we're moving towards the algorithm for today. But we wanted to put that one to the rest, and we're going to move forward quickly. We're going to move forward quickly into what we have to do for today. So now, first, before I begin, I know you're like, well, Brother Hatim, what is the one for today? I'm going to get to it. I ain't going to ruin it for you right now. I'm going to get to it. But let me go and share the haiku I wrote for today. This was sparked, these haikus for today was sparked because I had a meeting on Imani. And we listened to I had an interview with Dr. Kelsey, which is, in the sense, the big Baba, because he 100 years old, right? I'm sitting up here like, wow, he moving towards 101. Wow. Anyway, I had an interview with him last year, prior to his 100th birthday, I think. No, it might have been after his 100th birthday. And, so some thoughts came to me, and the thought was listen to elders so you can miss the roadblocks of your enemies. The second one was your elders should be a cheat code in life for you to constantly win, right? So just pin those. So let's jump into what we are here to talk about today. Oh, Anime said thank you. This is why Brother Hatim needs a script. We're 11 minutes in, and we ain't even done that yet, right? So, this is the haiku for the day. The official haiku. Rushing to the top, leaving your shadow behind. Who wins when you're alone? All right, listen in, family. We are stepping into the cycle of Ujima, but today we ground ourselves in the day of the week of Umoja. For those uninitiated, unity. The color of the day is a deep, resonant royal purple. Those that know. But before we talk about what it means to be unified, we have to have some real porch talk about why we feel so divided in the first place. Now, for generation black folks in America have been running on a corrupted operating system. It's a virus I call the program of separation. This program was coded into our ancestors during the darkest days of our history, designed to keep us looking sideways at each other instead of looking forward together. It's the us versus them code. It's the light skin versus the dark skin. It's the house versus the field. The educated versus street. Men versus women. Old versus young. It's a heavy, toxic buildup that we've been carrying for centuries. And it is exhausting. We rush and grind, trying to outpace our own brothers and sisters, thinking that if we just get a little further ahead, we'll finally be safe. But as the ancestors from the Swahili coast remind us, hurry, hurry has no blessings. When we rush to leave our people behind, we leave our power behind. In my writings, especially in the Warrior's Handbooks to Life Journey, you can check out my you can find my author's page. It's in my bio. I emphasize that the true strength isn't as an individual isn't an individual sport. I emphasize that true strength isn't an individual sport, but here's the secret of self-mastery. You don't have to build Umoja. Unity is our natural state. You don't need to force connections that already exist. Instead, our job is subtractive. We have to scrape off the buildup. The ancestral algorithm for today is, listen, I delete the us versus them code and install the we are one frequency. I delete the us versus them code and install the we are one frequency. To operate in this frequency, you have to drop the weight of hyper-individualism. Stop trying to prove you are the exception. Shed the illusion that your brother's downfall is your elevation, or that your sister's silence is your peace. The false narrative tells us we have to compete for a single seat at the table. Cut the noise. Step away from the table entirely and realize that we are the force from which the wood was cut to make the goddamn table that everybody's trying to sit at. Today, do not try to do more for the community. Just stop doing the things that divide us. Stop participating in the gossip. Stop the quiet judgments. Stop assuming the worst of the black stranger walking past you. Delete the code of suspicion. When you remove the barriers, the walls, and the armor, what remains is pure purple frequency of Umoja. We are one. We have always been one. All right, anime is we only 15 minutes in. Come on now. All right. So here you go, family. Get your Nguza Saba narrative map. Find your way. Of course, it's in the description. Become a supporting member of the Daily Spark. We need people to support, and also realize we're moving quickly and fastly towards camp time. So we're going to be raising funds. So be expecting to see it up on my pages. Because we're going to be asking for some dough. Because I want to send 40 kids from Columbus alone. Right? Or let's say 35 males, 35 females, 35 young men, 35 young ladies, and 5 young men, 5 young ladies, right? That are able, that are like between the ages of 18 and 40, 5 of them, so that they could be trained as nation builders for Simba and possibly becomes MITs or Makungas in training. You know what I'm saying? They need to, you got to build up the ranks. And also, they can be of service when they come home to the community. So, become a support member of Daily Spark, though. That's one of the things that we try to work on. Also, you can support us by getting your rep, your principal shirt. If you Coogee Track Leah born, you know what I'm saying? I would love to see you in one of your shirts, in one of our shirts. And also join the Spark, the Daily Spark, on Telegram. We have a Telegram group. All that stuff is down in the description. Be sure to get in there, like, share, subscribe. And now it's time for the proverb. Proverb of the day. I was slipping, family. For this reading, we journey to the eastern coast of the continent, drawing from the deep rhythmic wisdom of the Swahili-speaking people. In a coastal culture dictated by the powerful, unchangeable tides of the Indian Ocean and the seasonal monsoon winds, they offer us a flawless instruction on pacing. They say, haraka, haraka, hana, baraka. I know I messed it up. But please forgive me. But catch the wisdom. Mr. Madness, catch the wisdom. Wisdom. Hurry, hurry has no blessing. Now, I want you to think about that. I want you to tell me, what does it mean to you? Ooh. And you know what that means. You are now listening to Gye-nyame Journey Radio. This is a Heart of a Symbol production. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms.